approval of the minutes from November the 10th.
I vote we approve the minutes.
I second.
Any further discussion or questions about the minutes? All in favor of approval of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Public comment, do we have any signed up for that?
No, no, sir.
Good crowd.
All right. The subdivision, the Batts subdivision.
So this is similar to a project we did a few months ago. So in your packet is the request for approval of a major subdivision. We are basically creating a new 2-acre lot next to the two smaller lots. This particular parcel did a exempt subdivision plat approval to get those first two parcels in there, which is why it didn't come before y'all, because there's if it has not been subdivided in over 10 years and meets certain criteria, then it can be a minor expedited, which comes just through me. So those first two occurred within the last year, and now they're asking for this additional 2 acres to be cut out, which is shown on here as Lot 3. It is going to have access to Belt Road. We will not be providing sewer or water for this project. It is a Pender County water project, and they will have to do a septic type system. Does anyone have any questions?
That's similar to the one that down in Queens Grant in Topsail?
This is just a single-family house, so it'll just be a regular traditional septic or mound system or whatever the county permits, but it's just a single-family house because this is R10, and we're not changing the zoning at this time.
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve. We've got a second. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it's approved. All right, updates.
So for general project updates, we have issued the last CO in Waterside for the existing houses. We will start issuing building permits again once they finish the infrastructure in there. But the areas that are remaining, the infrastructure has not been completed. They are working towards completion of that, but they're not quite there yet. Magnolia Reserve is still continuing to complete their infrastructure so that they can begin issuance of permits in the new sections. You can see the car wash should be open by the end of the month out front in case anybody's car is dirty. The pet store is coming along. There is a tire store that will be submitting to go out there along with that. There's been a lot of questions lately about the appearance of a lot of these newer buildings.
What?
Do what?
Appearance of
The
what?
appearance of our commercial isn't meeting the upscale coastal community that we desire to be. So that is something that I just want to make sure our planning board is aware. They have a vote in that. That is something that when I start bringing these forward, if you're not happy with the architecture, we need to discuss it at that time. You can send those projects back to have additional work, and then they can come back forward the next month. So just want to remind everyone of that. We did meet with council last Friday with a special meeting to discuss the comp plan. There were some minor changes recommended. That plan will be, those changes will be here in January so that we can hold a public meeting and potentially adopt it in February. What that will mean is that once it's adopted by council, the comprehensive land use plan will be our zoning document, and the 2005 CAMA land use plan will still be our CAMA document until CAMA finishes their review and approval, and once they finish it, it'll come back, and then the document will function as both. But there may be a time period in which we're operating under both documents, but the new comprehensive land use plan should be the new zoning document potentially as early as February. I did get money in the budget to look at rewriting the ordinances. We have bounced some questions off with the Council of Governments on how we want to move forward with that. At this time, I think we're going to update the ordinances instead of changing to a unified development ordinance. We're going to stick with the way that our ordinances currently are and just give them a much-needed overhaul. So we'll begin that process hopefully by summer, and then we will also be looking at creating a technical standards book. The technical standards will show things like driveway widths, spacing of driveways, things that we're just really missing in our documents now. We'll also work with public utilities on that so that all of our technical standards are now in one place and not in multiple documents throughout the town. So those will be our two big upcoming projects for me over the next year, and of course y'all will be involved in those. And then we talked about Applewood Trace will be on our next TRC agenda. They came back with a request to rezone from PUD to PUD and a reduction in units of less than 25 units is what they reduced by. So that will be coming to y'all again probably in the January or February timeframe. And that's about it. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
All right, got a motion to adjourn?
I second.
Got a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Yahoo!
Well done.
Excellent.
Merry Christmas.